there, Liam. This is your rock portion for today. Three things I want to talk about. As I said in the last video, if you have questions or want me to give more detail, just feel free to have your mom shoot me over a message. So first thing is your A minor pentatonic stuff. So that's great. So actually, dude, you have a rock guitar, man. You should be playing that for the rock lesson. That's kind of the point. So yeah, for next time, man, just bring that electric guitar. Use the electric guitar in your video lesson. Even if you don't have your amp yet, that's cool. Just play. You can play unplugged. It's totally fine. So with the boxes, now that we got to get to like the right guitar, now it's time to start making those boxes sound like rock. And I'm excited they have all the right equipment now to do that. Before it sounds kind of like classical music with pentatonics, basically. So one technique that we weren't able to talk about on that guitar just because it wasn't like, it's not really, feel. I mean, you can do it on the classical guitar, but the technique's not the same. So what you're gonna do is work on string bending for me, and that will really open up the floodgates for like stuff that we can do in soloing. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the third string, 7th fret, right here, right? And remember on classical guitar, you wanna keep that thumb right on the back of the neck. This is not that world. This is a different thing. This is the way these guys play, and these techniques are kind of born out of like, they just fiddled around and figured out stuff that worked. So one thing you do is you're gonna take your thumb, you're gonna throw your thumb over top, okay? That's gonna cause your wrist to bend like this. Don't worry, I'm a classical player, and this does not screw with my classical playing. You throw that thumb over top, right? You got fingers 1, 2, and 3 on the 3rd string, and the 3rd finger being on the 7th fret. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hit that string, right? And you're gonna push up. So you place the thumb over top, fingers 1, 2, 3 on that 7th fret, not all on the 7th fret, but they're all bunched up together. The fingertips should be pointing towards you, right? So your fingernails should be pointing towards you. They should not be flattened out like this. If you push up and they flatten out, we're doing something wrong. So the fingers rounded, you're gonna hit the string and push up. That's all I want you to do. Because what's gonna end up being, but before we can do that, we got to talk about this right hand too. So it's important that we get bring that electric guitar, and that way I can start talking about electric guitar techniques. Push up, and just practice pushing this week. And then next week I'll talk about targeting tones and making sure that you're aiming for the right note, or the note that you're aiming for. And your fingers will still be flexed when you push up. Your fingertips will still be arched like this right here, right? And when you push all the way up, your fingertips will still be arched. They won't flatten out like this. Next thing is I want you to work on power chords. And now that you get the power chords happening, oh, by the way, the Green Day song that you played for me is you're a fret high. You should be on the 2nd fret. Weezer song that we did. Right? That little half bar right there. We'll talk more about that next time though. All right, so for these power chords right here, what we're doing this time is we're gonna be hammering on fingers off power chords and sliding power chords, which is a little trickier than it sounds. So the first chord, I'll play the riff for you. And then it goes to, something like that. We're just going to focus on that first part this week, but there's other cool stuff coming up in the second half of that riff, or the chorus, I should say. First thing is you got yourself an F sharp 5 power chord. I got this all tabbed out here for you. You're going to take your first finger off. You're going to hammer on. So you're going to hit the power chord like you normally would, and you're going to hammer your first finger onto the 2nd fret. So it's going to be off first, right? And then what you're going to do is you're gonna hit that 3 more times. So, 1, 2, twice. Hammer, 1, 2, and you're gonna hit, when you hit that last one, you're gonna slide that chord up a fret to 3. So you wanna practice going, hitting the chord once, slide all the fingers up to the next chord. This is tricky when as you go up the neck because the frets get shorter and shorter, smaller and smaller. hit, slide, hit, slide. So we've been doing 2nd fret to 3rd fret. I'm calling it the 1st finger fret, by the way. 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret. 2, 3, 1, 2. Right. Practice that. And then Fly By Night, I think we should go back and review all the picking patterns. So what we're kind of doing right now is I'm loading you up with a bunch of rock songs that aren't too crazy hard, right? Just to kind of build up some repertoire for you. Now that you got the right guitar to make these things sound like the way they should sound. So the Green Day, Weezer, Smashing Pumpkins stuff. They have harder songs, but these are the easier ones in their catalog. But Fly By Night is our challenge tune, which is this one's going to be pushing your technique a little bit on the electric guitar. So make sure to spend some time with it, because the other ones are the easy ones, and then this one is like the next level up. So like if you looked at my leveling system, like these songs I gave you, the power chord ones are like level 1, like Quiet's like level 2, and Fly By Night's like a higher level 3, just because I think it'll be a nice challenge for you. All right, so with Fly By Night, D, and we'll talk, because that's not found in classical, is it? What I'm doing, it's a muted strum, right? As your pick comes down this way, your palm contacts a string. So put your palm on the guitar strings, really far in. And you kind of rake the strings a little bit. Oops. As the pick comes down, the palm hits the strings at the same time. Right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about with your right hand. It's not because of anything that you did. It's just the fact that this stuff doesn't exist in classical guitar technique. Electric guitar, rock guitar has all its own techniques that are separate from classical. Right? There are some that are shared, like there's was it a Venn diagram or whatever? There is some shared stuff in there, but there's a lot of stuff that is found in classical that's not in electric, and some stuff that's in electric that is found in classical. That's not found in classical. So we gotta set up for that. D, muted strum, D again. It's those little things, the little details in rock in these kinds of songs that'll make it stand out. That'll be more aggressive playing. You can do that without that. It doesn't have that same bite to it though. So you need those little details in there to make it sound just like the recording. I remember watching a video of Alex Lifeson, the guitarist for Rush, who wrote this guitar part. So he'll go on YouTube and actually watch people cover his songs, and people find actually more better ways of playing his songs. He's like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna put that with the band. So sometimes he'll watch YouTube videos and think, oh, I can play my part better, I guess. So anyway, A7 sus4, same thing, and then that riff starts up that walking bass line into the C at 9 chord. So make sure not to neglect that. It should be in the tab that you have. Right. And then I gave you the second part last time. I'm not sure if you got the handout or not. It's that right there. But let's polish up the intro first, and then we'll go look back at that chorus section. And then hopefully by the recital, you'll have all the parts down, and we'll go up there and jam the song out. And I still do want to have you play with Evan, one of my rock. He's a Suzuki student. He's in book 5. He's 14, and I think it'd be really super cool if you and him would share some lessons in the next coming weeks as we get approach the recital. That way, you guys can go up there and you can take a solo. You guys can jam together. I'm thinking Born on the Bayou, CCR, super cool tune. And what you could do over top of it would be something like so I'm thinking maybe you can take a solo over that. Maybe I'm, in that style that I did. You don't have to do it quite as, technical as I did, but it'd be cool to put some of the string bends and things in there that we've been working on. So awesome. Get that Suzuki stuff done for me. Get the rock stuff done for me. And I will see you same time next time. Take care.